What we just heard about Tia Clayton may not be good news for some, but is this true? And Neisha Burgher makes collegiate history. Plus, we take a look at Natrice East from Wolmer's Girls. You know, she just won the corporate championships. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. To drop a video, at least one today at Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep, good to go. Well, Neisha Burgher, who now reps for UTEP in the United States, is on fire since the beginning of the 2025 indoor season. The young lady who made it as far as the women's 200 meter semi-finals at the Paris Olympic Games, representing the incredible island of Jamaica, my home. She's just blazing. The young Jamaican just picked up women's track performer of the meet. And like I said, people, she's really been doing a great job. UTEP posted UTEP Track 2025 Conference USA Women's Track Performer of the Week. Neisha Burgher is the first CUSA women's indoor track athlete to win the honor 3 straight seasons. History making. Look, I cannot wait to see what this young lady is going to do in her outdoor season, because she did a great job last year and she looks even stronger this year. That's a huge honor for this young Jamaican. And like I said, I'm a fan and I'm becoming an even bigger fan. Here she is.
Finish in about 22 and a half. She's the champ, 22.73. Better than her time from a year ago.
That is a meet record.
Yep, a meet record, and the first to do this honors 3 times consecutively back to back. Now, another remarkable young Jamaican talent, however she's not yet at the collegiate scene, is one of my favorite athletes out of Wolmer's Girls. Yeah, I'm talking about Natrice East. Natrice East took the title of the Class 2 Girls 100 meters finals at the corporate championships on the weekend. And I mean, you know, yeah, I'm a fan. I got to admit that. All of us are fans since we saw her in 2023. Running into a minus 0.4 win, Natrice East of Wolmer's Girls won in a meet record time of 11.78 seconds ahead of Tiana Marshall, also of Wolmer's Girls High School, who ran 12.04 to take that second spot. Kira Kelly of Immaculate Conception High School, Immaculate, I do the thing, people. They're really stepping up in terms of track and field in the last couple of years. Took third in 12.28 seconds, a new personal best.
Young man with a fantastic start, Marshall is forward.
Natrice East looks good heading in to the ISA Boys and Girls Champs Class 2 Girls, but I think she's going to have to battle with Shania Douglas as well as her compatriot from Wolmer's High School, Tiana Marshall, who by the way is also on fire. Let me know if you want us to do more features on these junior athletes coming in to the ISA Boys and Girls Champs. I just really like Natrice East. East came 4th recently at the Crifter Trials over there at the GC Foster College. She was not able to overcome Shania Douglas, who took 2nd, and of course Sabrina Dockery, who reigned supreme in that 100 meter finals. Natrice East actually took 4th in that instance. I think it was Abigail Wolf who took 3rd. Another one to watch at the ISA Boys and Girls Champ. Let me know if you want us to do a few features on these youngsters going in. It was Sabrina Dockery won this one, as I said, in 11.20. Shania Douglas took 2nd in 11.35. Abigail Wolf took 3rd in 11.63, and Natrice East 11.67 to round out the top 4.
Open your mind to the line, Dockery. Perfect to a finish.
There is no shortage of young sprint talent in this island of Jamaica. Are you a fan of Natrice East? How do you think she's going to do at the Easter Boys and Girls Champs in the Class 2? Could she shock and beat Shania Douglas in that 100-meter final? Or do you think she's battling for third and or second?
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Now, this may be old news to some of you, but when I saw this, because I've been dealing with some personal stuff, so apologies for no videos for the last couple of days. Was not my best, so to speak. But when I saw this, I said I had to talk about this. Because I see that there's an incident that happened, a high school track meet. I think they were running the 4x200 meters. I'll give you the details in a little bit. And it's alleged that when you look at the video, it would appear as if when one young lady passed the one that was being passed, took her baton and hit her in her head. I don't believe that young lady did that purposely. I mean, I've been looking at this video. It makes no sense. It's irrational. I don't understand why she would do that. It literally made no sense. Anyway, let's get into this story and then we can talk about it. Let me quickly clarify, this did not happen in Jamaica. It took place in the United States. Virginia high school track star hit by baton-wielding opponent during state title race. The student has been diagnosed with a concussion and possible skull fracture per multiple reports. A Virginia high school track star was hit by an opponent with a baton during a state title championship race, according to multiple reports. The incident occurred when Kaylin Tucker, a junior at Brookville High School, was competing in the 4x200 meter relay at a state indoor championship held at Liberty University on Friday, March the 7th, according to local news outlets WSLS 10. However, Alayla Everett, the student athlete at IC Norcom High School in Virginia, claims that the situation was misunderstood. Alayla is a young lady who is said to have taken the baton and hit the other athlete. Listen to what she says in her defense.
I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's going to believe me because I can admit from the video it does look purposeful, but I know my intentions and I would never hit somebody on purpose.
So that's her defense. She's saying that it was an accident. I'm going to play the video for you and you take a look. Now, what I find kind of strange about this is that after what was clearly the young lady was injured, she continued running. That's the only thing I find kind of strange. Here's the actual video. Okay, so I saw, like I said, I saw this video and I said, what is this? Now, we've seen some strange things before amongst pro athletes. We've seen athletes push each other when there was no obvious reason to do that. We've seen some strange behavior. So looking at the video initially, I said, maybe she was just overwhelmed. She just didn't want to be beaten. But I mean, to take a metal baton and hit that girl so hard, she immediately collapsed to the side of the track, clutching her head. Clearly, she was in agony. But listening to what the young lady is saying, that it was an error. I mean, when I look at the video, people, it really looks as if she did it purposefully. I mean, it honestly looks like that. I mean, in a moment of passion, it's not impossible. But here's the thing. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because the truth is we can't prove what was going on in her head at that point in time. What I find strange is that the victim says, she had not apologized, which is she didn't apologize. She didn't, because if I had done that accidentally, seeing the damage I had done to the other athlete, I probably would have forfeited the race almost instantaneously and tried to assist her because she was clutching her head, people. She was clearly in agony. So, I mean, I'm going to try and give this high schooler the benefit of the doubt. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think she meant to do it? Do you think it's crocodile tears that we are seeing? And what could drive her to that? Like I said, I'm sure any of you who have watched track and field long enough, we have seen pro athletes do some really weird things when people are passing them. So it's not an impossibility, but you know, if that's the case, she's lucky that all they want is an apology, because they could sue her and her parents and they'd be held to pay. What are your thoughts? Crocodile tears are a genuine mistake. Zana Dosa of Italy walked away with a national record and new world lead in the women's 60-meter dash when she won in a time of 7.01 seconds in the finals of the European Indoor Championships. It was Munjinga Kambunji of Switzerland who took second in a season's best of 7.02, with Van der Wicken of Luxembourg taking third in 7.06, a national record, and Iwa Sauboda of Poland coming fourth in a time of 7.07 seconds. Really exciting 60-meter dash final. I'm wondering if that 60-meter speed for Dosa. Dosa is really improving, like she's improving season after season. I mean, is this going to translate for the outdoor season? Now, I was really looking forward to see what Tia Clayton and even Tina Clayton would have done racing against these 60-meter giants. In fact, I was of the opinion, and I want to ask you, that I think the rate at which Tia Clayton has been improving since the beginning of her 2025 season over the 60-meter. Remember, I was wondering if you think she could have not only gotten on the podium in terms of the top three, but could she have beaten Adosa? Could she have beaten Amujinga Kambunji? I mean, you know. So I was really excited to see this clash take place, especially after this win-assisted run at the Gibson Relays, when Tia Clayton ran that 7.03. Although it was win-assisted, the win was a plus 2.6. But I just felt as if she would be improving and improving and improving to that point where she probably would have been a real factor on that podium.
And now the screams and shouts go up for the Olympic finalist Tia Clayton. Next to her, Serena
Shelley Forbes, Tia Clayton, those three. Anthony Strawn, Joniel Smith, Serena Cole. Excellent lineup. Set. Off. Shelley Forbes got a brilliant start. Tia Clayton steps forward now. Tia Clayton goes away from them in fabulous style. 7:01, the flash time. Wow. We wait for the official time. Another superlative display of sprinting. Tia Clayton gets there in 7.02. Joint world leading.
That 7:02, of course, as I said, was win assisted. The winners are a huge plus 2.6. But her personal best thus far for the season is a 7.14, and that's a huge difference from 7:01, 7:02, 7:04, 7:06. But would she have been able to get to that place, meaning Tia Clayton? Tina Clayton, I think, is a little behind. And I noticed something, people. I've been talking about Tia Clayton, and some of you are saying I'm disrespecting Tina. I don't understand what you're talking about. Look, we have to be pragmatic. At this point of the two twins, Tia Clayton is by far the stronger. She's much faster. That's just the facts. So I have to deal with the numbers. I have stated Tina Clayton is remarkably talented, and I see her coming back into her best and beyond. But at this point, I mean, you have to call up, you have to call it as it is. Tia Clayton is the stronger of the two twins presently. It doesn't mean that I don't know why some of you believe that for some reason if you say positive about one person, somehow you're doing negative about the other. This is track and field, people. Track and field is really about numbers, and I do a lot of analysis here. So I have to look at the numbers, and I have to look at recent patterns. Recent patterns are Tia Clayton presently is the stronger and the fast of the two twins. I'm sure they both know this. So you don't need to take it personal. So yeah, I'm referencing whether or not Tia Clayton would have been able to take on Adosa and Ambunjika Kambunji. Now the truth is there's a huge difference between 7.14 and 701. I mean they're almost worlds apart. There's a huge difference. But given what I just found out about an hour ago, this is all now wishful thinking. It's just wishful thinking because Tia Clayton will not be at the World Indoor Championships. She's not going to be there. According to this post based at World Athletics Hub, Kishane Thompson and Tia Clayton are no longer on the road to Nanjing Portal. They will not be attending the World Indoor Championships. Now, I have not yet had a chance to confirm this, but I kind of think based on who's reporting it that it's probably true. There's a high possibility it's true. So I must concede that I'm a little disappointed because I really wanted to see what both Kishane and Tia would have been able to do at World Indoors. I think they would have both done extremely well. And like I said, the rate at which this young lady, Tia Clayton, has been improving over the 60s is just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. The confidence, the manner in which she's winning. She's winning by a meter in 60-meter races, people. That is not normal. 60-meter races tend to be much closer. So I really wanted to see her up against the best of the best of the best 60-meter runners in the world right now. And that's Dosa of Italy and Kambunji of Switzerland. So I'm a little disappointed, but I do understand. Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. What do you think? Was this a good idea or not so good idea for them to pull out? Are you disappointed? I mean, I kind of get it. I kind of understand logistically why the decision would have been made. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed because I really wanted to see Kishane take home that title because I think he had a massive chance of walking with that indoor title. And then I wanted to see him do what Julian Alfred did, which is won the indoor and then go and win the world outdoor. I think he could do that. But Tia, hopefully I will get an opportunity to see her run a 60-meter. And I'm going to say this again. I love Tia Clayton, but it's I'm a sports analyst. People, I've been having one of those weeks. But I'm still blessed and highly favored, and I'm grateful that I'm here. Yeah, so if I speak positively of Tia, it doesn't mean that it's negative for Tina. You know, you have to stop seeing the world in such a limited way. Everything is boundless, literally boundless. So Tia being great doesn't mean Tina. I have a problem with Tina. I love Tia Clayton. I think she's incredibly talented, and I know she's going to get back to her best and beyond. Okay? But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Now, don't forget to check out our merch channel. Support the channel, people, if you can. Get some merch at printify.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings, and queens. Bless up! Oh, big up to Neisha Burgher. Massive. Natrice East, what do you think she's going to do in the 100-meter finals and the 200-meter finals at the ISA Boys and Girls Champs in the Class 2 girls? Really want to know. And do you want me to do more features coming into champs on these individual high schoolers out of Jamaica?